Hi Nexlings! Thank you all for joining me on the self-care challenge last month. That was an absolute blast and I can't believe how many of you joined me. I really felt the benefit of it. I hope you did too, but I'd love to hear about your experiences. Honestly, just keep doing it. Self-care is not a 1 month thing. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you about another topic because I got an anonymous ask on Tumblr last week and it couldn't have come at a more relevant time. Anonymous asked, "Hi Nyx, I was just wondering, do you or any of the other members of NyxRising Industries ever get body conscious when it comes to cosplay? Do you have any advice?" Now, the reason it's so relevant to me is I literally had a complete meltdown over this last weekend. The thing is, everybody has body issues, whether it's your weight, acne, your hair, something bigger like your facial features or your skin colour or your gender. There's always going to be something about your body that you don't like, especially when you compare yourself to other people. But it needs to stop. It's time to make peace with the mirror. It's time to decide that you're beautiful and live your life like the beautiful person that you are. Now, for me personally, it's scars that drag me down. I have scars all over my body. Most recently, I've got scars on my abdomen from a major surgery last year. Those ones are the worst ones for me right now because as much as I try and tell myself that they're survivor scars from a surgery that I needed, otherwise it would have been a lot worse if I hadn't had it, I can't really fathom the concept of ever wearing a swimsuit again, ever wearing a crop top, and it really gets to me. I can't deny that my weight is an issue for me sometimes too. I had an eating disorder when I was 17, and it took me a long time and a lot of hard work to get over that. But you know what? None of these things define me. Nothing about my body defines who I am. Besides, I've made a buttload of progress since last year, and that's because I stopped hating on myself and started concentrating on things that are more important, like being healthy and eating right and just having fun. But the question itself here was, do you get body conscious whilst cosplaying? And the answer is a big horrendous yes from all of us. I quit cosplaying for about 5 years because I hated what I looked like. I thought I would never be skinny enough or pretty enough or tall enough to pull off the costumes that I wanted to do. In the back of my mind, I still think like that. It doesn't go away. But I learned how to control it. I came back to cosplay because I love this hobby so much. You've just got to learn when to shut those thoughts out and just get on with it. More than that, I've realised recently how stupid it is because it's not just me that feels like that. Everybody's got some sort of issue with their body, especially cosplayers. Bea hates her hips and legs because she's pear-shaped. Sasha hates her nose and teeth. Jack hates his height and a million other things. All of us have body image issues that make cosplay nerve-wracking and sometimes downright painful. Unfortunately, we're all in this hobby where looks have become everything. And it's a difficult one because looks shouldn't be everything. But at the same time, it's a hobby where you're trying to emulate as realistically as possible your favourite fictional characters. It can be a real fucking mess if you're not the spitting image of the character because you start regretting it and you start feeling uncomfortable in your costume and pining after being something that you're not. And then you start hating on yourself, and that is really sad. It sucks and there is nothing we can do about it. Oh wait. Yes, there is, because we are not our bodies. We can be whatever we want to be. You are not a body, you have a body. You are a soul or a spirit or whatever you want to call it. My point is, you are the person in your brain, not the sack of meat that you're wearing. So stop letting the mirror and your clothes and other people define you and define how you feel about yourself. With that in mind, here are my top tips for body positivity, whether it's for cosplay or just for life in general. Number 1, there is no wrong way to have a body. Body positivity is about loving yourself exactly as you are now, rather than motivating yourself to change. Humans come in all shapes and sizes, and if you line up 2 people with the same dress size next to each other, you're going to find all kinds of things about them that are different. It could be the size of their feet, or the length of their arms, or the roundness of their butt. From one person to the next, everybody is unique, and that's what makes us special. Imagine if we all looked exactly the same. Imagine if we all had the same size hands, the same size feet, the same size nose. How boring would that be? Point 2, you'll never hate yourself into loving yourself. It just won't happen. It doesn't matter how much you hate yourself. It's not going to change anything. And it's a complete waste of energy and effort. You should put that energy into loving yourself. And if you really want to change something, put that energy into changing yourself. Make small goals and celebrate every victory. Every win is a victory, no matter how small. 3, don't feel pressured into loving yourself. Everybody talks about self-love and body positivity like you have to appreciate what's there already. You don't have to like it at all, and sometimes the pressure of liking it when you don't actually truly like it can be too much and make it worse. Instead, try just not trying. No one is forcing you to stand up and shout about how much you love your body, and if they are, I will fight them. Number 4, realise that your self-worth is nothing to do with your appearance. This is the same as what I was saying in my last video about how you're not your diagnosis and you're not your parents, you're not your grades, you're not your body. Having a body enables you to do things that are really important in life, like loving your friends and family, encouraging other people, reaching your dreams, and enjoying the beauty of the world around you. But the only requirement for any of those things is actually having a living body. Your physical characteristics don't contribute whatsoever to the quality of the life you're living. So by that same merit, stop waiting to be perfect before you go out there and do things with your life. Like I said, I stopped cosplaying for ages, and I thought to myself, I will get back into this hobby when I like how I look. 5 years later I thought, fuck it, I'm never going to like how I look. And I got back into the hobby and I'm having a great time. You can't let not being perfect prevent you from doing the things that you want to do in your life. And you don't have enough time in your life to wait around for it to happen. It's the things that you do that define who you are and dictate whether you've lived a meaningful life or not what you look like. Know that cosplay is about so much more than just looking like the character. Some of the best cosplayers I've ever seen don't actually look like the character they're portraying. Not in the face or the height or whatever. It's about attitude, it's about characteristics, about the way they hold themselves. It doesn't matter if they're a little bit pudgy or too short for the character they're trying to pull off, or too masculine, too feminine. That doesn't matter. The best cosplayers I've seen out there, they just own it. Especially when you're trying to cosplay someone who's not your age, not your gender. It's about being that character, not just looking like that character. Don't compare yourself to other people. Please, please, please don't compare yourself to other people. If you look at someone and you think, oh my god, they are absolutely stunning, they're the most beautiful person I've ever seen, that doesn't mean that you're not beautiful too. You can admire someone else's beauty without comparing yourself, and someone else can be stunningly attractive, but that doesn't mean that you're not. It's not you or them. Besides, there's every chance there's something on you that when you look at yourself, you call that a flaw, and that other person really wishes they looked like that. Surround yourself with positive vibes and good, thoughtful people. I know this can be a tricky one to do, but you can always make a start. If you try and be your best and do your best, then you're going to look your best, because nothing looks better than happiness. It shines out of your face like sunbeams. I think it was Audrey Hepburn who said the happiest people are the prettiest, because your smile will brighten up any room. And if you're having fun, who cares what you look like, right? By that same merit, confidence will look incredible on you. Oscar Wilde famously said, "To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance." And I think that's what we all need to aim for here. We need to work on looking at ourselves in the mirror and saying, that person is me. I can't do anything about it, so I might as well love it. Your body has done a lot of hard work for you over the years. I know that I've put mine through a lot. It's worked very hard for me over the years, and I'm still here. If you're looking at your reflection and saying something nasty about yourself, just stop. Would you say that to another person? If you wouldn't say it to anybody else, don't say it to yourself. It's not fair. It's cruel. The other thing I wanted to talk about is vanity. It's not a problem. If you think you look good, you take that phone out and you take a bunch of selfies. You reassure yourself that you look great, because you need to have that evidence to look back on the bad days. And there will be bad days. It doesn't matter how much you love yourself. There's going to be a time when you look at your reflection and you go, oh god, I hate what I see. But be vain. Be proud of what you look like. Be proud of those features that you really do love on yourself. There seems to be this stigma with self-image where if you're vain, you're a bad person. But if you don't love yourself enough, you need to improve. And it's all a bunch of contradictory crap. Finally, I wanted to say, you don't look anything like you do in the mirror to other people. I think about this all the time, especially because I spend a lot of time on camera, and I look at myself in videos, and the person that I see there is not the same person that I think I am. Remember, when you're looking at yourself, or a photo of yourself, you're seeing a static image. Light bends, it misshapes, and that's not what you look like at all. Every person you see, just think about what is beautiful about them. And realise that everybody is beautiful in some way, and therefore you surely are. You know when you stare at a word for too long and it becomes misshapen and it stops looking right? That's what we do with ourselves. The more we stare at ourselves, the more we look wrong. But you need to just be yourself. Be real, be imperfect, be flawed, be excitable, be quirky and weird and beautiful and magical, because that's the person that you are. And when it comes to cosplaying, just go for it. It doesn't matter if you don't look perfect. We have to get past this stigma. Cosplay is about having fun. We're playing dress up, for crying out loud. If we can't have fun no matter what we look like, we're definitely doing something wrong. Be proud of everything that you are, and everything else, just fake it until you make it. That's what we do as cosplayers anyway, right? We just fake it. This might be radical, but I want people to love themselves, and I want everybody to encourage everybody else and say, you look great today. Point out things that you love about your friends. Let's create a culture of positivity, because if we all stop concentrating on our bodies, we can start concentrating on the things that are really important. So the takeaways from this: remember that you are strong. Remember that you are beautiful. Remember that you are enough. Everything that you need, all the courage and the strength and the compassion and the love, all of that is already inside you. So go out there, own your body and rock those cosplays. I know you're going to do great. Respect the skin you're in and start accepting your body today, because it's the only one you have and it's unique. No one else has one like it. Thanks as always for listening, guys. I love doing these, so if there's another topic you want me to talk about, let me know. Before I go, I just want to leave you with a couple of recommendations. These are books that I love. The first one is Lost at Sea. It's a graphic novel by Brian O'Malley about a young girl learning to love herself again. Although it's not about her body, it seems like quite an appropriate topic for this particular vlog. And the other one is a book called Fuck It, Do What You Love by a man named John C. Parkin. Go pick that one up in a bookstore and have a flick through, see if it's for you. It's a great self-encouragement book. What do you do for body positivity, and what issues do you get hung up on? I'd love to hear about it, so leave me a comment in the comment section below. And until then, as always, I love you guys.